Hey guys, thought I'd show you Google Classroom real quick, give you a rundown of how this application works, and just kind of give you a quick overview of how you interact with Google Classroom in order to hand in your assignments and stuff. Now, as the teacher, my view of the classroom is a little bit different than yours. So I'm going to try and show you both the student view and the kind of teacher view, just because your class have some viewing of or whatever, and then I have a demo class to show you. Now your class should look something kind of like this under the About tab. Your name the name of the class might be different and some of the description might be different, but if you're under the About tab, this is what you should see. It's basically a description of the class, and it should also have some art class materials down here in the bottom. So you should be able to click on the syllabus for the class and see this infographic for the class. This infographic will show you a quick and easy look at how to hand in assignments and like the layout of Google Classroom. Now, there's also the Students and the Stream tab. And so I'll switch over here to your view of the class. And when you first land on the class, it should look something like this. It would have my name up here as the teacher and whatever class you have. You'll notice up here we have Stream, Classmate, and About. These are your three major tabs in Google Classroom. You can also click on these three little lines down here to show all the different classes that you might have. It'll also pull up your calendar and any to-do list and kind of things you have to do. But we'll go over and look at the main class here. Starting on the left-hand side, it'll tell you if you have any work due in the near future. Currently, the no assignments I have are due, so yay, it tells me that. However, if I had an assignment due tomorrow, it would say like due tomorrow or due in such and such date, and you can see all your assignments that due. Down here under topics, you will be able to see which assignments are placed into topics or discussions. So if I were to have a bunch of assignments that were all related to painting, I could put all those assignments in a painting topic, and then if you would click on that, you can see all the assignments that were in that painting topic. Now, right here in the middle is the main part of Google Classroom. This is where you would see all of your assignments come up. Now, the assignments in Google Classroom are on a feed, and so you would see the newest ones on top and the oldest ones on the bottom, unless one is pinned to the top, in which case it would say it was pinned. So if we look at this real quick, you'll note it says Amanda. This would normally be my name because this is the class that I'm demo in. It gives the due date and it says whether or not you have it hand in, turned in, or missing. Since this is past the due date and I haven't turned it in, it tells me that it's missing, big red exclamation mark, just so you know how that works. Right here you see it says add class comments. This will add a comment onto this assignment that everyone in the class can see. So this is not a good place to answer questions on the assignment or to ask me specific questions unless you want the class to see the question you're asking. There's another place for that, and I'll show you that in a second. Now, to actually open the assignment, you have a couple of different ways. You can click on the open or you can click on the title. We're just going to click on the open real quick. And that'll bring you into the actual assignment page. So depending on what the assignment is, it should look something like this. Now, where it says sample assignment here is where you would normally see all of the descriptions for the assignment. There's a lot more text there. You'll be able to scroll up and down. Essentially, it's just a sample assignment. It's just a little bit right here. Still says the due date and when it was posted. So it was due on the 27th, but it was posted on the 20th. And you can still add class comments. But things have changed a little bit. Number one, I can now add files to this. So if I click on this, I can add a Google Drive file, I can add a link, and I can add a file from my desktop or my computer. I can also create. So if I click on this, it'll allow me to create a Google Doc based on the account that's signed in the classroom. It'll allow me to create a slide, a sheet, and a drawing. So depending on what you need to do, this is really easy. This is also where I can add a private comment to the assignment. So if you wanted to ask me a specific question, or if in the assignment it said to answer the questions or something in the private comments, this is where you would do that. Now, once you have added and fulfilled all the requirements of the assignment, you have to make sure that you click mark as done. Otherwise, I do not see it as being handed in or finished. You have to click this in order for me to know that it's handed in. Okay, so that's a real quick look at the assignment tab. Now, a lot of the assignments that we're going to do in this class will require you to add a file or add a document. So real quick, if you needed to add a file, you would either, if you have it in your Google Drive already, you can get it from your Google Drive. If not, if it's like stored on your phone or on your whatever device you're using, you would have to go through File. And once you click on that, you then have to navigate the File Explorer in order to find your assignment. So if I'm using Google Drive, I can do it from the recent thing, or I select files from my computer and then find it wherever I have it stored on my computer. You'll note that I can also drag and drop to here. That sometimes works. I've had issues with that sometimes where you can drag and drop it and it just doesn't do anything. So I think this is probably your best bet. However, if you needed to create a document for this assignment, so like the studio habits where you'll need to create a document every week, the easiest way for that is just to go create docs. And so if I go click on that, it will make a pop-up in my Google Docs. So here we go. So this automatically creates a Google Docs page that is shared between me and you, and that you can edit it. So it automatically created it. It attached it to the assignment. Notice I have not turned it in yet. It's still not turned in. It's just attached to the assignment. Now, if I click on this, it should take me to that Google Doc. Wait a little bit here. Now, the Google Doc is basically like a Word document and all that fun stuff. So in here is where I would actually do any work that I need to add to it. So if I need to add any text, if I need to add pictures, all that fun stuff, I can do it here. I can also change the title up in here. So you see how it says rename. I can change it to, James Skinner. So you want to keep your name because it makes life easier. And I would say Studio Habits Week and whatever the week is. So if it's, January 1st or something through the 5th. And then I can go into my Google Doc and now I can start adding things in. So I can insert pictures. So I can insert a picture from my computer or from my phone. It'll look a little bit different if you're using your phone. I would highly suggest, if you are going to use your phone for handing in assignments and stuff, I would highly suggest downloading the app for Google Classroom and downloading Google Drive app. It'll make your life a lot easier. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but it's pretty easy to get along and do all this. And you'll note that you can even turn it in from Google Docs. You don't even have to go back to the assignments tab. You can also add comments that aren't directly in the Google Doc, and this is also where I can comment. And when you do this, I will actually grade it and hand it back to you as a Google Doc as well. And so everything just happens really quick and easy and seamless. If you have any questions on how to use Google Docs, we can cover that a little bit more in class, or I can create a separate video for Google Docs. It's basically its own thing. But once you're done, you can just click Turn In, and you'll have the assignment handed in. And then I will see it as handed in. I can grade it and return to you, and you'll see, instead of missing, it'll say graded and whatever percentage you got on it. There is no overall grade percentage in Google Classroom. Each assignment is graded individually. So you have to check PowerSchool for your overall grade. I will put all grades in PowerSchool, and PowerSchool is the end all be all. So if there's any difference between what grade you have in Google Classroom and what grade you have in PowerSchool, or if I'm missing something or something along those lines, just let me know and I can get that fixed. But yeah, that's about all you need to know in Google Classroom. Make sure that you're handing your assignments in weekly and taking your pictures. You have to document everything. Nothing is done automatically for you. Like if you finish the day and you took your picture and you threw it away or something like that, and you didn't take a picture of it on your phone or something, then obviously you're not going to have it. So make sure that you get all that done. But yeah, that should be what you need to know.